The largest voter turnout in Louisiana was expected to take place in St. Tammany Parish yesterday, where residents were deciding if the Camilla Bay Casino and Hotel can be built. Our Erica Ferrando has a look at which side won.
St. Tammany Parish voters rejected a proposition to build a $325 million casino and resort near Slidell, and those against the casino celebrated at the wine market in Slidell. And here are the results. With a 32% voter turnout, 63% of the voters voted against the casino, with 37% for the casino. Now, this was a very controversial issue with residents torn. The developers and those for it said it would create jobs and benefit the community economically while providing new entertainment options. But those against it, including Sheriff Randy Smith, worried it would increase crime.
I believe crime was the biggest issue. We can't afford to gamble with public safety. And look, it's a big win for us tonight in St. Tammany. We don't need a casino here to advance and make this parish better. And look, they did a good campaign. We did a better campaign.
We have reached out to the developers of the casino with the company P2E, but as of Saturday evening, we have not heard back. In Slidell, Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Erica. There's a new sheriff who will take over in Orleans Parish. Susan Hudson has defeated 17-year incumbent Marlon Guzman. She received nearly 32,000 votes, while Guzman was just shy of 28,000. The Eyewitness News spoke with both candidates after the race was called last night. We'll show you what Hudson and Guzman had to say about the election results coming up during the next half hour of the show. And several city council seats were up for grabs last night, including District B, where incumbent Jay Banks was defeated by challenger Leslie Harris. Our David Hammer spoke with both candidates after the race was called.
The party went late into the night at the Ashe Powerhouse Theater in Central City as political newcomer Leslie Harris easily defeated one-term incumbent District B Councilman Jay Banks. Harris is the former chief of staff to Loyola University President Tanya Tetlow and an attorney. This was her first run for political office. She easily outraised Banks, who loaned his campaign money and tried to outspend Harris as the campaign turned nasty in the final weeks. Banks was the closest ally of Mayor Latoya Cantrell on the city council, but Harris enjoyed the support of both at-large council members.
I think that you can see from the people who are behind me that we had a wide coalition of folks who are ready for change in New Orleans. When I went around the district, everybody had the same problems: streets, infrastructure, crime. Everybody wants the same things: economic opportunity. And I think that message resonated with the people in District B.
I'm glad that this is over. This has been a tortuous process, being vilified for the last 6 months, being called everything but a child of God. Man, it wore me down. And at this point, I'm just glad it's over. Now, I wanted to win. I would have hoped to have won, but since that didn't happen, c'est la vie. I'm just glad this is done and we can move on. And I look forward to helping Leslie do the best job that she can be in whatever capacity I can do that. I need her to be successful. New Orleans is all that I have. Everything I've got is vested here. So I want this city to be as best as it can be, who's ever on the city council. And she and the rest of the citizens have my commitment to do that.
Harris takes over the District B seat in January, and both she and Banks have pledged to work together for a smooth transition. Reporting from Central City, David Hammer, Eyewitness News.
Moving now to District C, which represents Algiers, the French Quarter, parts of Tremé, and the 7th Ward, along with the Marigny and Bywater. Freddie King III was considered the front runner, and he went on to win the race by a very large margin. Our Mike Pearlstein spoke with King after his dominating win over Stephanie Bridges.
We're here at the campaign party for Freddie King III, now Councilman-elect from District C, Freddie King III. First of all, what's your reaction to the pretty resounding victory?
I'm excited. Haven't even heard the numbers yet. Just came in. Everybody congratulated me, so I'm just very excited.
And it was a large field, replacing an incumbent who tried to go to council at large. How did you rise above that pack and make your mark in a district that covers Algiers, French Quarter, Bywater, into the Marigny?
Just being who I am, letting my personality show, let people see for themselves who's the candidate that they want to see, who is a better candidate, and just want to do it from my heart. I think when you want it inside, that shows throughout everything, and that's what it was from day one.
And so what are your priorities? I know you want to hit the ground running on the council. What are your priorities for District C?
The main thing I want to do for this year is being an accessible council member, being someone who's always available to speak, visit the neighborhoods, make everyone feel like they have a voice at the council. I know the council is the voice for the constituents, voice for the voiceless. I want to make sure everybody feels that they come to me and have their concern heard and brought to the table.
And you mentioned accessibility. Your base is Algiers. What are you going to do to sort of bridge the Mississippi River into those areas of the district on the East Bank, French Quarter, Bywater, Maroney?
I want to have somebody in office who's from those neighborhoods, who lives, who eats, who sleeps, who breathes those neighborhoods. That's how, when I started as constituent service director, I lived in Algiers, so I was able to bring the concerns of Algiers to the council member, things that may have not been talked about at the city council in the offices. So I want to have somebody from that area who can say, listen, this is what they're saying in the barbershop, this is what they're saying in the playground, so I think that's very important.
Well, congratulations again.
Thanks.
We look forward to seeing you on the council.
Absolutely.
All right. And once again, we're here in Algiers at the Freddie King III Victory Party. Now that the results have been called, reporting from Algiers, Mike Pearlstein, Eyewitness News.
Well, the tightest race of the election took place in District D. Eugene Green was elected by only 60 votes over Troy Glover. Our Candace Charles spoke with Green soon after he learned that he won this extremely close race.
Well, it definitely has been an exciting election night. A lot of pins and needles here. Everybody's been very excited. Eugene Green, the man, is with me. Tell me how you're feeling now. I mean, you guys have been waiting for this for so long.
Well, it's been a long road, and especially because it was extended due to Hurricane Ida. But certainly, the victory speaks for itself. I'm just pleased that the voters of the district came out in significant numbers and decided that I would be their representative for District D. And I will say this, I will promise the residents of District D that at the end of my term, you will say it was worth having elected him because things are in fact better.
That's nice. That's awesome. I know you have a lot of things already in plan, a lot of things that you're thinking about working on. What can we expect to see here shortly?
Well, you can expect to see me hit the ground running. I talked about that during the election often. I've served on a federal, state, and local level. I've secured resources. I've built a business over the years. I kind of know how to get things done. I've dealt with ordinances. I've dealt with resolutions. I've overseen offices within government, especially as the head of economic development. You will see me get to work right away. And you will be pleased, residents of District D, with what you see right away.
Now, what I loved hearing as well is that you really do want to work with Glover as well. I know you guys were so close in this race. So tell us a little bit about how you guys plan to work together.
Well, interestingly enough, Troy Glover and I are members of the same fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, Inc.
Hey.
If anyone wants to know. And, you know, I appreciate the fact that Troy put himself forward for public service. I've done that before. I've been in a position where I've lost elections, and of course they will tell you I've lost a couple of elections.
We won't talk about those.
Right. But at the end of the day, it's moving forward, isn't that? That's the most important thing. So I'm just pleased to have an opportunity to work with Troy. He lives right here, in fact, in Pontchartrain Park. And the fact that we've had a chance to participate in scores of debates and the like and forums, we know each other. I'm looking forward to working with him.
Well, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do together, and I'm excited for you guys. You guys have a great time. Enjoy. You definitely deserve it. Awesome, you guys. Now from the Green Party, I'm Candace Charles, Eyewitness News.